What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers?
Oh my god.
It's
so
episode
excited.
26 of Lured Up.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's Sunday, April 8th, 2018. I'm your host, Ken Pescator.
You sure are.
Joined by my co-hosts, Melissa Pescator and Adam Tuttle. What's up?
What's up?
We sure are. No.
Hi, friends.
So this has been a very busy week. It's like so crazy packed with information and stuff to talk about. This is going to be a fun show. I like how Adam hijacks the show notes, right? So I have like a review thing of, you know, what we're going to be talking about on the show. And Adam puts his cursor in there and just types in, Adam got a new shiny ?
Oh my god.
So I'm sure at some point we'll talk about that. But this is the stuff we're going to cover on today's episode. We're going to talk about the research system. We're going to give a full breakdown on field and special. Last week we were just a couple days in. I didn't want to spoil the Mew quest or anything. Now it's been out for a while, so we'll go in depth on that. There's a cool Earth Day event that Niantic is partnering with Mission Blue that we'll talk about. There's a Kanto event, April 10th. Something's going to be happening with Kanto. We have Community Day number 4, Mareep, coming up this Sunday, April 15th. And then we'll wrap the episode up. And we'll wrap the episode up by going over a Latios raid guide. We'll build out our battle party.
Whoop whoop.
Thank you. We'll talk about different strategies and put together a good crew. I think we have some cool diversity.
We'll get the squad together.
When we get to my parties, it's going to be interesting the way I did it. But anyway, all right.
It's going to be all the same Pokemon. We know how.
Yeah, it's not going to be interesting how Adam did it.
We
But
know how you roll.
All right, let's talk about this research system. It's been around now for, over a week. If you were successful in getting a stamp every day, you would have already received your 7-day breakthrough research. So we'll talk about that. And I think, I think we're 10 days in now. So we're already, 3 stamps in to the next research breakthrough that's available. So the first one was Moltres.
Yes, it was.
So this kind of leaked. Well, actually, it wasn't even really a leak. There was a promo video that Niantic proper had put out for the research system, and it shows Moltres in regards to research breakthroughs. So, Adam, I'm assuming you got your Moltres already?
I got mine, and I'm at the 3 stamp mark.
Okay. Oh, so you're
good for
every
you,
day.
dude.
Melissa is a couple days behind.
I just.
Melissa, there's no excuse for that. Zero excuse.
Such concern.
Yeah, there's a difference between like a normal player. I wouldn't even say like you need to be hardcore for this because this is like
I know you
feed
have
a
to,
Pokemon a berry.
Yeah,
or
catch 3 Pokemon.
Something you do on the
You're
normal.
done.
And you can pick and choose your quests.
Well, I got my Moltres today, Adam, okay?
Today?
I did it. I did it today.
God,
I
so
got
far
it today.
behind.
But,
So
Go ahead.
the Moltres you could get from the first research breakthrough is going to be a little bit different from what we're used to. So before the weather system, all Moltres that were released in the game as a raid boss in the capture screen, it was a level 20, right? So this Moltres is a level 15. So the CP is going to be a little bit lower. You're going to have to invest more into it if you want to build it up. But instead of using Premier Balls, they give you a full selection of all your balls and you can put the berries on and everything like that. So it's much, much easier to catch this Moltres than Moltres when it was a raid boss. So I think I caught it on my second ball and I'm kind of bummed. I wanted to Pineapple it. I've heard rumors that it can't flee.
I was too scared. I golden raz,
Yeah.
ultra ball,
same
because I
boat.
only had one other Moltres. So this was my
Wow.
second Moltres.
So this is the coolest thing of how players that can't take part in raids and get a group together, if you're in a rural area or you're just a loner, you know what I mean, and you don't have people to go out and play with, gives them an opportunity to get their hands on legendary Pokemon. So I think it's awesome. I think that them being a little bit lower level than when they were a raid boss is cool because then it's not like, hey, I had to work for this. I had to get my party together and do all this stuff and get out there and raid to earn it. You're still getting a little bit better because you're going to have a Pokemon that's 5 levels higher than, the person that just had to do 7 stamps.
Yeah, exactly. And then this keeps everybody active. All the users have to be active.
Oh, dude, the quest, it's engaged me in such a different way where, Melissa talked about it last week. It makes the mundane tasks enjoyable, like the stuff that you would just kind of skim over. Now you're putting intention even on, little tiny thingies, and
Yeah, my favorite is
changes the
spin 10
dynamic.
Pokestops. And it's like I get like 1 or 2 like pineapple berries. And it's like I don't want to delete that, even though the quest itself, like the rewards are bad. I'm just like, I'm gonna hit 10 stops anyways throughout the day, so I know I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Well, I've deleted twice. I've deleted the spin 3 new Pokestops, and I'm bummed because everything that's around me I've hit as far as Pokestops are concerned.
Same.
There's no virgin Pokestops in this area for me, so it's like I would really have to drive out, which
that's something,
obviously that's the point of the quest,
Yeah, no, that's something my entire like raid group and everybody in the chats, like that's what they're all like, yeah, that's the one I delete because I don't know any place that I haven't been.
Yeah. I'll put the links in the description, but there was a compiling of all the different research quests, all the different research encounter rewards, because this stuff is going to remain consistent. So we touched on it last week where at 12 midnight, the Pokestop is going to be preloaded with a specific research task, right? So that's going to be assigned to that Pokestop all day long. It's going to rotate every day, but there's a finite number of research tasks, and they're all going to yield the same result, the same reward. So there's been, infographics put together that shows, what you can encounter based on what, like the hatch 5 eggs. If you ever get the hatch 5 eggs quest, you get a freaking Chansey,
really?
Is your encounter.
That's
so
awesome.
if you ever see that one, keep it. And especially with, next community day, we'll talk about that with eggs, but the fact that they're consistent throughout the day, meaning if you're, with a group of people and you all spin the same stop and you get that research task, you can all work towards that together. So if it's about hatching eggs, it's like, you guys better, start hoofing it. You know what I mean? You have to go as a group, or, if you're looking for a specific type of Pokemon, you could all catch it together. So I just love the dynamic that this has kind of created. And, I was in Red Bank restocking today and there's stops freaking everywhere, but a lot of the time I had three slots filled up, so I couldn't earn new ones. So as soon as I completed like one task, the very next stop, I was able to just, get another task and just keep the machine going. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Oh,
Yeah, good stuff.
And then there's a little quick side note. When they put together this encounter list, newly released in the network traffic, they found research tasks associated with Mareep. So it's probably going to be where on Community Day, there's going to be an exclusive type task that's going to involve Mareep. Or maybe they put like a multi, task together. I don't know how they're going to do it, but there was something related to a research task for Mareep, which I think is cool because then they can kind of develop this research system by making it a little bit more, relevant to what's going on in the game, and they can, align that with different events. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, they could make it like this is how you get a shiny is you have to hatch 3 eggs,
It's just like a roadmap. It's awesome.
I don't know, something crazy like that.
All right, let's talk about the special research side of things. So now,
let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about
So this is an interesting one. Now, spoiler alert, I already have my Mew. Okay, I got my Mew. It was awesome.
Heavy grinder, man.
I was grinding hard, so I got, it took me a couple days, but I was still able to get it. Now, Melissa, all right, before I get ahead of myself, we all know, is it the 6th special research task that you have to find a Ditto, right? It's number 6 of 8.
I guess.
I don't want to talk about it.
This is...
All right, let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Come on,
So,
Adam.
all right, for me, get
It's
this.
5 of 8.
It's 5 of 8. Okay, yeah, it's the 5th special research task. One of the 3 things you have to do is catch a Ditto. So, this is bizarre the way this turned out for me, because we have a Discord channel open for questing. So we have a special Ditto channel, and when people would spot a Ditto, like when Ditto was first released, Dittos were like shinies, where if you clicked on the Pokemon and it became a Ditto for you, it wouldn't necessarily become a Ditto for me. Now, since, a couple updates ago, the Dittos are now consistent when they spawn. So if you see a Ditto, you can call it out and someone else could catch it. It's going to be a Ditto for them as well. So in the Discord channel, someone posts in the Ditto channel, there's a Ditto at the mall. There's a Ditto at the mall. I'm like, I was home. I live 2 minutes from the mall. I jumped in my car, ran over there. As I'm pulling into the parking spot, I see the guy who posted it. He's walking out to his car and he's like, go, 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 red team, go. Cause he's on Valor. And I parked the car, run inside, It doesn't spawn. I'm like, what the hell? Because he's like, it's in front of the ice cream place, as soon as you go in. I'm like, it's not spawning. I'm all stressed out. And then I start walking, and then eventually I walk out a little bit further outside of the area that he said it was in, and boom, there it was. Got the Ditto. I was like, holy shit, it was great. It was like a day. It took me about a day and a half grinding on the Ditto. So not terrible, but it wasn't like instantaneous. And then on my way home from the mall, down the street from my house, I catch a Gulpin, and it's a Ditto. So it was back-to-back Dittos that I caught, because the last Pokemon before that was the actual Ditto I caught in the mall. So absolutely bizarre.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I looked at the chat. Somebody just posted that there's a Ditto disguised as a Pidgey.
Close to you?
Not that close. Like, we'd have to pause the podcast for a very long time. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's Melissa, how's your Ditto hunt going? So when did you get the Ditto quest?
I got the Ditto quest around 11 o'clock this morning.
And how's that going for you?
I finished my Ditto quest around 1 o'clock this afternoon.
She got so freaking lucky in the mall.
I grinded Pidgeys and rats, and I just got lucky. Like, we had just got to the mall. I just turned the game on. Like, 100 Pokemon spawned at once at this one stop, and I was like, oh, Pidgey, there we go. Touch it, and I really wasn't even expecting it. Threw the ball, started catching it, and I went to look down, and I saw the animation of it turning. I was like, oh my god.
She goes, and she just turns her phone and points at him, and she goes, oh my god, I just caught a
Ditto.
And I was like, oh my god, don't tell Adam.
And then the best part was, we go into the mall, I get ice cream, we're sitting there, I'm just catching away. Got another Ditto. I don't even know what it was.
Minutes. It was like
I don't even know what
minutes.
it was. I don't know what the Pokemon was, because I was just catching a bunch of stuff that was spawned.
So she caught 2 within 5 minutes. I caught 2 within 5 minutes. And then poor Adam.
Listen,
how long you been working?
I have been grinding since Tuesday at like 1:30 at night. Like,
no.
1:30 in the afternoon.
Sorry, friend.
And I work at a mall, and honestly, before this event, like before I got the Ditto quest, I have been catching Ditto like rapidly.
And it's funny that you say that, because I just told Ken that I haven't seen a Ditto in months. I don't even know when the last time I caught a Ditto, and then all of a sudden today I needed it, and I catch 2.
In like the mall, I went for like a walk, to get food or whatever for lunch. In the middle of the mall where the Sprint Pokestop used to be, there's still a huge spawn point, and I kid you not, it was like 8 Rattatas all spawn, and I'm like, sweet, this is it. This is the moment that I get a Ditto. And I catch 1. Nope. 2. Nope. I get to the 8th one, and I'm like, if this isn't Ditto, I swear. And it's like, you caught Rattata.
Dude, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain so much. It's
So the race is on, Adam.
It's
the race is on.
The race is on. Do you have the other 2 tasks to complete?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
So the Ghost Pokemon one, it's along with the Ditto quest. You have to catch 10 ghosts.
Yeah, that like Monday night into Tuesday, like that's when I went out ghost hunting. That's when I got the quest, and I was like, well, I'll hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll most likely get a Ditto, while trying to catch ghost Pokemon. I'll just catch all the fodder while looking for ghosts. Miss the Ditto.
But it's amazing how going out at night, it really shows you how much the ghosts come out at night, because I went out one time. It was funny because I went out late at night because someone had posted for a Ditto and it wasn't there. It had despawned. But when I was out there, I caught a couple ghosts because it was just happened to be in the middle of the night. So, but one other little tidbit about the special research. There was a Pokemon Go support email that was posted on Twitter where someone was talking about the Mew quest and, them worrying about their ability to catch this over time. And the support agent wrote back, this is what I quote, "I understand that you have a concern about research tasks. The tasks are not for a limited time, and it will be available until you catch Mew." So it's not time sensitive.
I just had a vision in my head of me not completing the Mew quest until we get to Disney. And getting Mew in front of Cinderella's castle.
Well, you see,
oh my goodness!
Maybe
I
you
think I'm going to do that.
What do you not cash in your Mew until frickin' Disney? That's months away.
But what else is there to do after you catch Mew?
So this brings me. It's a good transition to another thing I want to talk about. Once you catch Mew, the special research tab is just empty and it says, coming, new stuff will be coming. So I still don't have a whale lord, right? But I recently hit the 400 candy mark with my Whalmers, and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, maybe I should not evolve this whale lord, because what if in the special research for the next, quest, it makes you evolve a whale lord. And, I just got to 400 now. So it's like, I feel it's kind of similar to holding on to the Mew, because it's like, well, I want to evolve it now because I want the dex entry, but what if that's the next thing? Like, maybe they make you do a Swablu or something,
I
but
would hold off on evolving it.
I need that dex entry.
You don't
And the
need
Swablu,
it right
because,
now.
and like, what I'm thinking is like the Swablu might be you have to evolve 2 because they're so plentiful.
Yeah.
And like to the point where there's a field research that's like catch 3 Swablu because they know that they're so like common.
Yeah.
So that's they might have you do 2.
I don't know.
Just saying. Hold on to 800 candy.
I have all my Swablu candy because I haven't evolved Swablu yet.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's like if I evolve it, it'll be in the special research task. If I don't evolve it, it won't be. You know what I mean? It's like just going to troll me, because either way I do it, I'll probably do it wrong. But anyway, special research, field research. What an amazing addition to the game, and
Love it.
It's just
Bravo,
awesome.
Niantic. Bravo.
Yes,
Bravo.
I'll give them a
Kudos.
little.
All right, so you know what? If we're talking about giving them a little bit of kudos, this plays into the next thing I want to talk about, Earth Day. So Earth Day is April 22nd, and Niantic has partnered with Mission Blue, which is a non-government organization that focuses on cleanup of parks and beaches and things like that. And they partnered with Niantic to have this event that's going to have ties to the actual game. So across the country and actually across the world, there's a network of these events, these cleanup events, where you can go and, grab a garbage bag and walk and pick up trash and stuff like that. So there's a map that you can go and look at to find these events in your area. The map is sparse. There's like none on the East Coast. There's only a couple in the States. So it's definitely a growing thing, right? But there's a link that you can have them assist you in creating an event in your area if you want. So that's what I'm actually doing in my area. But anyway, if 1,500 players register with this organization, Mission Blue, at their sanctioned events, it'll unlock double Stardust when you're catching ground, water, and grass type Pokemon in the game. And if 3,000 players register at these cleanup events, you're going to unlock triple Stardust for ground, water, and grass. So very cool initiative to get players outside doing, stuff stuff for good in the name of Pokemon Go. I think this is really cool. I think it's really cool. I'm actually calling on the Surfrider Foundation in New Jersey. There's a Jersey Shore chapter that does a lot of beach cleanup, and they've just done a lot for the surfing community in this area. And I reached out to them. We were going back and forth on Twitter, and I'm waiting to hear back from their events and cleanup guy this week. So hopefully I can get something going in my area. Maybe I can get like a small group of 20 trainers or something like that to go hit the beaches by our house and do a little cleanup and play some Pokemon Go. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, maybe even post in your Discord channel and try to get as many people as possible.
One of the cool things I did was when I posted it in Discord, because I started plugging it already. Someone in my Discord that I've never met, who's from further south Jersey, so he's probably about, I don't know, maybe 40 miles south of where I am, but along the coast, said, "Hey, this is awesome that you're doing that. We have, the guy worked for a beach cleanup nonprofit." And he's just like, "Why don't you come down and, do it with us? We're doing it, we're doing the same thing." So I might even partner up with them because they're already, their wheels are already far in motion.
Yeah.
Like Niantic didn't give a lot of heads up. Like this just was released this week, and the 22nd is, coming up 2 weeks, so it didn't give you much time to create an event, especially the way they want you to do it by getting it all sanctioned. So, there's registration and all that, but really cool initiative from Niantic. I think they should continue doing stuff like this. And this is something that in my local Discord, we have a lot of interest in doing things for good. As we go into the summer, we're going to start doing food drives and things like that we can, there's a lot of really good food banks in this area that, are always accepting help. So we're going to try to do, turn Pokemon Go into a charitable thing. And I think it's going to be cool to to do things in the name of Pokemon Go that are going to help other people. I love it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yes, good vibes for all, man.
No, totally. It's definitely a good vibe situation, and I don't know. I think it's a step in the right direction for giving Pokemon Go a good name. You got to remember when the game first came out, it was kind of the black sheep of the social outdoor life for a while. People were going and trashing parks, and it kind of got a bad rap in the beginning.
People were, luring people into alleys, like shady stuff.
No, there's people complaining oh, they're peeing on the side of the building, and all this stuff, and leaving trash out when they're playing, cigarette butts and all that shit. So, this is a good way to clean the earth, and clean the name, and clean the rep, and do for good. So
definitely
check that out in your area. Get involved if you can.
Ken, what's this Kanto event we got going on here?
So this kind of came to light during a Pokemon Go newsletter that had gone out, and they kept it very vague, which they typically do because they know that this is going to cause an uproar. But there's a small little bit of information in this newsletter that says, trainers, starting April 10th, we'll be hosting a special celebration in honor of the Kanto region in Pokemon Go. Keep your eyes on the official Pokemon Go website and social media channels for more information surrounding the event. So they kept it super vague. But luckily,
what does that mean?
All right, so there's some kind of Gen 1 event. Now, we talked about the 8-bit sprites last week, right? And they came back on April 7th, back to the normal, the 8-bit stuff went away.
Thank God. I was over it.
Yeah, I was over it too. But the sprites, when they came back to the game, a lot of the Gen 1 sprites were different. Different colors, different shaders, different sizes. And if you follow the history of Pokemon Go, whenever there's a change in the model, that typically says there's going to be a shiny released for that model. So our, favorite data miner, Zetrals, dug deep into the data mines and found a massive repository of Gen 1 shiny sprites in the network traffic right now, meaning that Niantic would only need to do a server-side update where it wouldn't require an update on the user side, and can flip all these shinies into the game at their will.
Oh, what a madhouse. I never want to use my Pokeplus again.
Dude. So you actually texted me that Charles was doing a stream on
a live
Twitch.
Stream, yeah.
I was out, so I couldn't see it, but...
So I started watching it on my break, and I was like... I don't know. I don't know what moment I got in on there, but... There, he had gameplay up, but it was freezing, and then it went offline.
Yeah.
But the chats were still going, so it was showing each individual sprite in their shiny form.
Aw, was there a shiny Snorlax?
There is shiny.
I didn't see all that, but
so
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, I'll link in the description. There's a full breakout of all the sprites, and shiny Snorlax is just a deeper shade of blue. But the Snorlax model was one of the models that did change. So it's his belly looks a little bit more pronounced. There's more shading on his, the fleshy colored belly. But yeah, I'll put a link to there's an article on the Sylph Road in the Reddit itself that shows all the different sprites that you can look at. Reversal also did a stream where he goes one by one and looks at all the different shiny sprites, but some of them are super ugly, but The shinies have been set in stone for a long time because the shinies are not something that Pokemon Go has created. The shinies have been created by Game Freak, who, when they design these Pokemon, the shinies have been what they are for a long time. So
they is what they is.
A lot of people are like, oh God, when Dragonite was green, they're like, oh, green Dragonite, Niantic, what's wrong with you? It's like, bro, it ain't their decision.
Yeah, it's not Niantic. It's Pokemon.
I love green Dragonite.
Oh, I can't wait till they put in Detective Pikachu as one of the Pikachu skins to get.
Oh my God.
That's a missed opportunity.
Because it's a different hat.
Yeah,
Dude, now that I think about
yeah.
that, with a little freaking magnifying glass, well, that's a missed opportunity. Maybe when the movie comes out.
They have time.
Man, they've already had that planned.
Yeah.
They're like, screw the party hat this year. We're going for the Detective Pikachu hat.
He's so freaking awesome. And if he said Pikachu in a gruff voice and not his normal Pikachu, it was just
no.
hey, Pikachu.
No.
No, they wouldn't allow that.
No.
Oh man.
No.
All right, Adam, let's dig into your specialty here. Community Day number 4 for Mareep is coming up Sunday, April 15th.
On the East
different.
Coast,
yeah.
2 to 5 p.m.
A little bit different with the what they're giving out here. So it's not a Stardust event. It's not an XP event. but it's a egg hatching distance event.
You get the quarter egg hatching distance.
This is huge.
It's huge
Really?
because, a 10-kilometer egg is going to be 2.5 kilometers, but with a super incubator, it's like a sixth of it, so it makes it 1.67 kilometers, which is insane.
If this is your opportunity this week to start trying to stack 10Ks. I haven't gotten a freaking 10K since the extravaganza
I wish I knew
ended.
that. I just got 3 10Ks.
Yeah,
and
I
dropped
just
them
got
in
one
the
and then hatched it.
incubators.
Yeah.
Damn you.
My bad. Sorry.
Well,
Start.
That's why we're writing this
paying
now.
better attention to trader tips.
So now we're stocking up on 10K eggs. Like how they trolled me last time, do not buy anything from the store until they have their community day box that they release.
I would wait for it because, with the extravaganza event, there was the salty people on the internet saying, this is a money grab. They're trying to sell super incubators for eggs that are going to hatch so quickly. I loved it. I thought it was perfect because that's how I was able to churn out so many eggs. But this is going to be another great opportunity for Niantic to put some serious earnings in their pocket because they're going to be selling a shit ton of incubators for this event because people are going to want to, walk. And remember, it's only for that 3-hour period. So, even if you were to walk in a straight line for 3 hours, you're going to have to hit a lot of stops to get a lot of eggs, enough eggs to really keep yourself busy with hatching. But
exactly.
But picture the amount of stardust you can earn with a star piece going if you're hatching.
Goodness, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you're just going to be hatching. Because before it was, if you're running a 2K, 2K egg, you're still walking the 2K. This with super incubators, 1.67 on a 10K. The 2Ks are only going to take you, it's like 0.3 of a kilometer. It's awesome. So you're going to be able to really pump them out. Hopefully they won't bang us out for super incubators. They'll give us a good price. They've been doing good with these boxes. So
hopefully we can get a good deal. Niantic, if you're listening, give us the great deal.
This is another interesting thing here. They released a special move for Ampharos. So you're going to need to evolve the Flaffy to Ampharos to get this. During the window, TMs won't work. But the move is Dragon Pulse. Ampharos is an electric type Pokemon. So people are like, what the heck?
Why?
Adam, as I'm sure you're aware, in Gen 6, when the Mega Evolutions came out, there is a Mega Evolution for Ampharos. And
yes, and it's Dragon and
Electric. Dragon Electric. This could be a long game opportunity here to get a Dragon type move on your Ampharos now. And imagine if that's the only way you can get it going, 5 more generations in. I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Because then it's like a real nod to the hardcore players and the long-term players. It's like, now you can have the best move in the game possible for this, and it's a legacy moveset? What? That'd be so awesome.
All right, let's talk about Mareep. So Mareep has a 50% base catch rate, which is insane.
It's nuts. Bulbasaur is a 20% catch rate, base catch rate. Just think about how many Bulbasaur we caught. The Mareep is going to be, more than
that
double.
Much harder.
No, more than double, the easier to catch.
This kind of hurts my heart, this community day, a little bit, because...
What?
Oh, easier to catch? Oh,
yeah.
I thought...
Because
okay.
I walked Mareep for like 6
My math
months.
was off.
Oh, yeah. Melissa did. I think you needed 80 candies. She walked Mareep for 80 candies.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah, I only have one Ampharos. I have.
Really?
Luckily, I went through my stuff today, and I was like, oh, I actually have a Mareep that has Battle of the Best of them, HP attack, Battle of the Best of them. I was like, I don't care. That's the one I want to power up.
Yeah.
I'll evolve it to Flaffy now, so I know I have a good one.
Yeah, and then I'm sure the shinies will be released. They are in the network traffic right now.
The pink fluff balls.
Yeah, they're pink now. The Flaffy is like a very slight change. Doesn't look much different. The max CP you want to look out for at level 30, non-weather boosted Mareep is going to be 760. That's 100%, and a weather boosted one will be 823. So 760 and 823 are going to be the wild numbers you're going to look for to get your hands on 100%.
I never remember that.
What?
Like the numbers to look for. It's just it's such madness on community day. You're catching so
You're catching
many
everything anyway.
that it's just like, how could I have no time to look at the CP.
I look, if you're driving around, that might be a scenario where you're going to be potentially passing up on Pokemon just because you're going to check them as you go because there's so many. I mean, if you're walking, you're going to catch everything anyway, so it's not like you have to worry about the numbers, but
I hope that you're not super like, oh man, I really just want a level 35, 823 Mareep because it would be raining and then you'd have to walk your egg. So walking in the rain and it's being, April, so it'd be a little cold. I hope that it's just, a nice day and you get to walk and enjoy Mareep at its normal 760.
The weather in Jersey's been nuts. It's been going between like 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Like
I can't take it anymore. I'm really losing my damn mind.
It's one day you'll go out and you won't need a jacket. The next day you need like a scarf.
No, in one day I walked outside. I needed no jacket. I was like, yes, no jacket. No joke. It was 65. I walk into work. 2 hours later, it starts downpouring. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I walk out of work, 5 hours later, and it's literally 30 degrees outside, and I had no jacket on. It hit me
it's like,
so
here,
hard.
get sick.
I was so angry. I'm just ready for summer so I can go outside and like play and actually walk around and
You guys are weak.
play.
Weak.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
You don't want to be the best it ever was.
I do.
I'm
but
weak
just
because I don't want to go in the rain.
I just want to be warm and dry.
See, and then like with an Android, a lot of these Android phones are fully waterproof, so it's no big deal. With the iOS, does not react well to water.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I got no problem with water.
Yeah, lucky. Some miscellaneous stuff that's going on in the Pokemon Go world. The 50th nest migration is hit, which is cool. We went to a Magmar nest this morning, just randomly, and in Red Bank, the Marine Park, which is typically a really random nest. It's
It's a caca nest.
It's like sometimes it's like sand shrew. It's like always weird Pokemon. But we drive in, we see one Magmar, and Melissa's like, "Oh shit, Magmar! Like this is great."
I never see him.
And then we pull up to the stops, and there was like 3 Magmars in a row. I was like, "Whoa, it's a freaking Magmar nest! That's awesome!" And I wonder if it's been found yet, because Shiny Magby was in the game, that you can evolve into Shiny Magmar. Can you catch a Shiny Magmar in the wild?
Dun, dun, dun.
Because if so, I need to spend a lot of time at that freaking nest because
drop a lure.
Yeah. If you're on the Sylph Road, please report your nest migrations in your area to the Nest Atlas. They also released something today that if you report 40 different nests, they have a special badge for your trainer card. So I think I'm at 21 reportings. So I'm still a ways off, but get involved, help the community out. More EX raid passes went out. I did a Mewtwo this week, got another Mewtwo, 91%. So I'm pretty excited about that. Adam did one, and
I just got garbage. It wasn't a Mewtwo. It was just hot garbage.
So he posted on social media, like, look at his hot garbage with his Mewtwo. And it's like, the salt started raining down. It was like, people were like, hold on, let me add some salt. People were like, I don't even have a freaking EX pass. This guy's complaining about a Mewtwo. It's like first world problems.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's so funny. People were upset. I was just like, yo. But
you guys went from not being able to get one to like now.
Yeah, but there's
now
still
it's consistent.
People.
Now it's consistent.
But there's still people out there that are consistent raiders that don't
They're
have EX passes.
They're obviously not doing it at the right places.
Well, correct. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's you have to be a part of the community to know where the EX raids passes are coming from.
Yeah,
no,
you know what I mean.
But
you
look,
have to.
I would imagine that if people are listening to this podcast and interacting with us on social media, that they would know to play in a park or raid in a park or raid at a sponsored stop. I'm telling you, it has been more consistent. They're still delivering raid passes every week. Things are happening, but I don't think they've got it down to a science yet where things are consistent with any other metric besides it coming out every week. Because the raid pass that I got this past week, I had a bronze medal in the gym. And get this. Then I get another raid pass for next week. And listen to this. I take Josh to the park, right? And I'm like, dude, there's a Latios raid at a potential EX location. Again, this is how I work it. So yeah, it does take some proactivity to, battle in the right places. But I'm like, Josh, let's go hit this raid. It's EX, potential place. And Josh, because he's on a child Pokemon Trainer Club account, he can't see sponsored gyms. So whenever we raid at Sprint, he's on Beach Street, right? So we do the Latios, come home, and an hour later, the EX passes were released, and we got EX passes at that location.
I was so happy for you guys.
So it's
happy for Josh.
And this is Josh's
Finally,
first one.
His first one.
Now, a couple days prior to that, Melissa raided with us at that same gym. So the EX pass had to be derived from the raid that I had just done like the hour before with Josh, which I thought was really, really awesome because it was just perfect, absolute freaking perfect timing. Yeah, so
luckies.
I'm going to be going.
Wait, I thought you said Josh couldn't get from sponsored gym.
No, but this one is at a park. This one was at a park.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah,
no,
it's so exciting. So it's gonna be his first one.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he went freaking nuts because like I saw someone post in the Discord for that, for that location. I'm like, oh my god, check your phone, right? And then it was funny because nothing happened because in the Discord everyone wrote, oh, nothing, and then slowly but surely people started posting, oh my god, I got one. So it's like they were rolling out to players like over 5 or 10 minutes. It was really funny because Josh and I had both checked our phones and there was nothing. And I was like, oh, it sucks, bummer. And then 2 minutes later, whoop, 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 comes up and Josh went freaking nuts. He went ballistic. It was hilarious.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so happy for him. I can't wait to see him actually do it.
Yeah, so cool. Unknown. Adam, let's talk about Unknown.
Let's do it.
All right.
Go ahead.
So there's been some Unknown events in the past in Japan, in Anaheim, California, in the Netherlands. There was finally one in Boston, Massachusetts at PAX East.
I'm so
The
I'm
P,
so
the A, and the
angry.
X are released. And Adam and I scored
Yeah, the
fucking
girlfriends.
huge.
The girlfriends got it. I didn't.
Well,
I mean, it was a drive, but
You
you
I
had
mean,
to
not
stay
much
home
for
with
me.
the
But
child. You had to stay home with a child. It was
because I love you guys.
Unknown in the decks.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
listen, and then after we go down and get these, I come home because I had texted my other friends that live around the area. I'm like, listen, go there, get Unknown. They come back saying, dude, I'm seeing other letters. He's like, I just had an F run from me. And I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
And so I've seen screenshots from my friends that there's an O there and there's an F there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was there for 2 hours walking the streets of Boston.
So
And
TwitchCon, there was other random letters happening too. Like I think they increased the rate of other ones happening to be out there in the wild. But oh man.
and it's amazing
Yeah,
that
well.
they don't like they stay a shadow if you don't have that letter.
Yeah, it's like cast form. Like you could have
it's-
cast form in your decks, but if you see a form that you don't have, it'll still be blacked out.
Because it was just so cool. It was like, catch the X, and then you catch the A, and then it's like, well, I don't have P, but it's, I'm trying to, another one. Oh, it's not a P, and there's a P, and it was a lot of fun. It was pouring rain, so my screen didn't do too well. But
I think these Unknown events are really cool. There's also another one going on in London right now for the London Games Fair or something like that. But I think this is a good idea. I'm hoping that in October, New York Comic Con might get like NYC. I think that would be really cool if they did an NYC Unknown event for New York Comic Con. But I like when they do stuff like that. And yeah, I'm glad it happened on the East Coast. 2 other links I want to point people to, both on Reddit. The first one is going to be the Sylph Roads list of known issues in the game. We've talked about the known issues page on Niantic's blog, but it's kind of lacking and a little bit outdated. There's one that's listed on the Sylph Road that's exceptionally comprehensive and updated, in real time. So if you've got an issue with the game, or you're wondering, if you're experiencing something alone, or if you want to see if other people are, dealing with the same kind of crap in the game that you are, I highly recommend you check this out because it's very, very comprehensive. It's a huge list of all little bugs that people have reported. And then there's a way to with upvoting on Reddit, if you've ever used Reddit, it shows you like how many people may be experiencing that type of bug. So really cool list of things. I highly recommend everyone check that out and, contribute to this list, because the more our community is made aware of bugs, the more that Niantic is going to hear of the bugs and, could just make the Pokemon Go world a better place, functioning better. And then finally, in the last tidbit of miscellaneous news, this one is great for Melissa, also known as the internet. There is a fantastic, this is on the actual Pokemon Go subreddit, so it's r/Pokemon Go. there's a thread called Salty Sunday. Part of the rules of this thread is you're only allowed to talk shit. You're only allowed to be salty.
Oh, I've got so much.
So you can't post in support of anything in the game, and you can't talk any good of anything in the thread. And
that's the worst.
It's so good because I think this gives the internet a controlled place to let it fly, right? Because some of them are as simple as like the one I saw today was like, I wish raids were easier to coordinate. And that was the whole thing. And then other ones were like a fucking novel about, like, you know, all these little technicalities, like people just going off.
Yeah, I wish we had player versus player.
Just error codes.
Yeah.
It was just error codes.
He goes, you know what I hate? GPS not found. GPS not found. I was like, this is so funny. But I think that this is a good, constructive, and fun way for, rather than, you know, these negative Nancys out there that are going to go, like, what I hate is Niantic will put a post out and say, hey, trainers, guess what? All this new shit's available in the game. Here's research. Here's Mew, blah, 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 right? And then the first comment is like, your EX Raid Pass system fucking sucks. And it's like, dude, like, what, really? That's how you're going to respond to it? So, look, that kind of bitching and moaning, it has a place. Just, it shouldn't be done.
Wait for Sunday.
Wait for Sunday. And go let it fly on the Pokemon Go subreddit.
It's like going to church and letting out all your...
Yes, you must repent.
Yes, exactly.
You know, and let out all your Pokemon Go rage. I thought it was really funny, but if you want to crack up, go check this thread out because there's a lot of really funny shit in there that I was peeing my pants. Like some people were just...
I can continue to complain about my Go Plus not working.
Melissa needs like speech to text just so she can dictate her own like, you know, rage rants of going off. I think that'd be hilarious. Or it's like 3 pages long, you know, no periods, just nonstop spewing of vitriol. That'd be great.
I get angry.
Let's jump into a community email. We got an email from Atari Alex.
Sweet.
Now, Atari Alex, let me give you a shout out here. Prior to Gotta Watch 'Em All being a thing and Lured Up Podcast being a thing, I was a community manager for toysforgames.com. Toys for Games was a community that was built around toys to life gaming, so like Skylanders and Lego Dimensions and Amiibo, things like that. And Atari Alex was a prominent member of the Toys for Games community and consistently interacted with us both on the podcast and in the Facebook group and all the, you know, different social media channels. So huge shout out to Atari Alex, and sent us a really nice email that I wanted to talk about. And he says, hey, I'm a new listener to the show. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's always nice to hear about other people who share this hobby and addiction. Get this part, the best part of the email. A little bit about me. I'm level 34, Team Valor. I could stop the email right there because he's picked the right
wrong,
team.
Alex.
And
Damn you, Alex.
And Melissa and Adam, if you notice in the doc, what color text did I make this?
I
made it a
the
whole
text
thing
red. I was wondering why it was red.
That's
now
so
I get
funny
it.
because he's Team Valor, the right team. And his favorite Pokemon is Empoleon, which is awesome. That's a great. I love the design of Empoleon. And he said, I finally caught a shiny Lugia yesterday.
Nice.
This is a little bit older email. Sorry, it took us a week to get to it. And I never have enough revives or super potions for all of my Pokemon.
He feels my pain.
Like I said, I've only been listening to your show since you switched feeds. And he says, I wonder. Now, I want everyone in the show here. So Melissa and Adam, unsheath your swords. You know, take out your phones. He says, I was wondering what the status on all of the various medals in the game, especially the Rattata, Pikachu, and Magikarp medals.
Oh.
He goes, you don't have to give exact numbers. I just want to see the color of your medal. All right. So this was interesting. So I found a very interesting stat when I started looking into this. So Alex, get this shit. So I'm looking at my Magikarp medal, right? So this is the Fisherman medal, which if you have a gold, you unlock all these extra avatar items. So I've only caught 106 big Magikarp. And I'm like, how am I so freaking far behind on this medal? I started getting angry, right? So I go into the Pokedex, right? And I'm like, I gotta see how many Magikarp I've caught, because Magikarp's definitely a rare Pokemon, but between the water event and, so get this, I've caught 772 Magikarp. And I still only have 106 of these big Magikarps. Like, what the hell, man? Why is this so hard for me to get? I don't know if other people have this struggle. Like, Adam, do you have the struggle on this?
I have that struggle.
Oh, my God.
A very, very hard struggle with that. I'm sitting at 37 caught.
Oh, my God. See, I'm in a water biome, but But how many now jump over to your Pokedex. How many Magikarp have you caught in total though?
Oh god, give me a second.
Oh my god, Melissa's at 37.
For Magikarp?
Yeah, for the big Magikarp, for the Fisherman medal. So it's like I'm hung up. I mean, I'm at 106, so I just hit silver. But that's like a significant milestone. Like that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I want to see the rats.
I've caught 247
Okay.
Magikarp.
See, but so that ratio kind of adds up. So I mean, do people that have gold in this, have they really caught like 2,000 freaking Magikarp?
I guess
man,
so.
that's crazy. But I thought that was good. Alex, thank you for asking this because, it's interesting to talk about. We typically have not dug into any information about these medals. All right, let's go over to, we talked about Pikachu actually during what was the last Pikachu event? Party Hat when he came back?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm at 334. So I got my gold medal during that event.
390 gold.
Okay.
I'm only at 128.
So yeah,
What?
because Melissa, she wasn't grinding a lot during the last Pikachu
Oh yeah, she
event.
sleeps during the community day.
know.
No,
no.
Dude, I worked through Community Day for Pikachu. I only caught 5 Pikachu that day. So these are all from other times. This is like from Santa Hat Pikachu and, all the different event stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I just got gold on that. And Rattata, where's Rattata? I'm at 355, catch 300 Rattata. So I'm gold on that one too.
You're gold? I'm at 248.
Oof.
Wait, my rats. I'm at 102.
Man, you guys got to get good.
I mean, I'm almost good.
Now these are grinding medals. This is an interesting thing. Like, take some screenshots, tag us in some photos on social media. Let us know where you're at with these medals because it's an interesting little thing to kind of measure because it's not your normal statistic. You know what I mean? Because if you live in an electric biome and there's Pikachu spawning, I mean, that's going to do you a lot better than if you're in a water biome where Magikarp could be spawning. But
all right, let's get easy real quick. As far as all of the typing medals, are those all gold for you, Ken?
no, I need 3 more dragons for Gold Dragon. And then that's my last.
That's 3
type.
Latios, so it's
Yep.
easy. Go
I
get
know.
it.
I got 98%.
Melissa, what's Melissa?
98%
Oh,
Latios
no,
today.
I
98%
nice.
Latios today. We'll talk about that.
No, I still need my fighting and my steel and my ice and my dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, get back. You can come back on the podcast when you get those.
Oh, snap.
Are you... Bro, you're throwing some heat and shade at me
Dude,
tonight.
Adam's
Look,
taking a
it's
sip of the
spicy.
salt. He's going to put some salt on that
I
one.
love it.
That's
I'm
awesome.
rubbing off on you wonderfully, Adam. I
It's
love
the profanity. We started cursing, and now Adam's going to start spitting it out the hate.
Yeah, see, I get to spell out the hate because I don't swear that
That's
often.
so funny. But Alex, thanks for writing in. I hope you enjoyed
thanks,
that
Alex.
little exchange. But that was cool. It was cool taking a look at those medals because that's not something we've done in the past. So very cool. But Alex, thanks so much for checking out the show, and we'll look forward to interacting with you more on social media in the future. All right, final segment of the show.
What's it called?
Almost the final.
Almost the final.
Oh.
Almost the final.
Well, it's all one big section. But we're going to talk about Latios. Latios is our new raid
let's talk
boss.
about Latios.
Okay.
Came as a surprise after Lugia went away. We were expecting, potentially another throwback raid boss or something like that. And it turns out it was Latios and Latias. They made it a regional. And I think we have Latios here in the country. I think we have Latios here in the US. This was the first time they did a regional raid boss, which I thought was pretty neat. Latias is in Europe and Asia, and Latios is in North America, South America, and Africa. So this rotation is going to run from now until May 8th. And then May 8th, they're going to turn over, and that'll run through June 5th. So I think in total, we had something like 35 days or something like that with the first rotation, and it's a shorter amount of time for the second rotation. So we're going to have, around a full month of Latios and Latias, which is a lot of time. I kind of think it should be shorter than a full month. But this is a really unique Pokemon because Adam, don't most legendary Pokemon not have genders?
This is a good question because I don't know that answer.
I think, hold on a second.
We'll find it. Power of the internet. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Well, I am going to go in game and I'm going to use the legendary search tag and pull up my legendary Pokemon here.
Hashtag be legendary.
Hashtag be legendary. Yeah, so there's no symbol for any of the legendaries, and then let me get over to Latios is the only one that shows it. So, this is the first time we're seeing a gendered legendary Pokemon in the game. Latios is the male, Latias is the female. First time we're seeing that in game, which is pretty cool. They have a lot of similarities, but they do have some differences. So let's talk about how this whole thing kind of rolled out in the game. First of all, they found shiny sprites right away for both of them. There's been no confirmed catches of shiny Latios or Latias in the game, but the sprites are there. Maybe when this Gen 1 event hits as a little added Gen 3 bonus, they slip in the shiny legendaries, which might be cool. It's a dragon psychic type, both Latios and Latias, but we're gonna focus on Latios here today. But they have weakness to bug, dark, fairy, dragon, ghost, and ice. There's been a couple cycles here of the legendaries where the amount of weakness that they have is a lot, so you can get a nice diverse party going. So Latios is the better attacker, and it has a Raid Boss CP of 49,323, and Latias has a higher defense stat and about 45,705 CP. So I think overall the feeling that everyone's getting is that Latios is the better Pokemon for the current meta, because you really need attackers and your legendaries can't be defenders really. So Latios is the one to have. So we got lucky that we get that one first. But as an attacker, the moves that it can get are Dragon Breath and Zen Headbutt for fast moves, and the charge moves are pretty cool too. For Latios, it can get Dragon Claw or Solar Beam, and for Latias, it can get Thunder and Outrage. So not only are you going to have a CP difference, a statistical difference, but also a moveset difference. So there is some differences that'll make it worth it when the rotation happens, where you're going to actually have incentive and want to get this other Pokemon because it will have other uses. Now, the moveset that you have to worry about for Latios is going to be unique because the main counters, each of the main counter groups are going to be affected by each of the different outputs of the charge attacks. So the best counters are going to be Dragon. So Rayquaza, Dragonite with Dragon Tail Outrage, even another Latios with Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw, and I even put Lugia in here with Dragon Tail and then now the improved Sky Attack. But if your Latios that you're fighting has Dragon Claw, that's going to do serious damage to your Dragon types, because Dragon is weak to Dragon. So you got to be on the lookout for that. Dark Pokemon, Tyranitar, Absol, Houndoom would also be good here with Bite Crunch for Tyranitar. But Solar Beam is one of Latios' moves. And I don't care if you have 100% Tyranitar and it's fully leveled up. If it gets hit with a Solar Beam from Latios, it's going to be a one-hit KO for sure. So you got to be aware of the moveset. Now, the technique that I've been doing here, this is pro tip from Ken. If you got a group together and you're about to do a raid, just have one person scout the raid. Have them jump into the raid, use their pass, jump into the raid, and see if it recommends any Tyranitars. If it recommends a Tyranitar, then it doesn't have Solar Beam. If it doesn't recommend any Tyranitars, it has Solar Beam. So that's an easy way to tell, to let you know which party you should actually be bringing, because as we see when we talk about our actual paddle parties that we're going to bring, I have them divided by moveset. So I have a specific party for Dragon Claw, and I have a specific party for Solar Beam.
It's a very specific party for Dragon Claw.
Yes.
Very specific.
Other counters here are going to be Scizor, because it is weak to Bug, with Fury Cutter and X Scissor. Ice, Articuno, Frost Breath, and Ice Beam. Fairy, you could use Gardevoir with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam. And Ghost, you could use Gengar with Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and I even put Mewtwo in here for Psychic Shadow Ball. I mean, it still has the Ghost Charge move. We talked about budget counters that we could put together. That's going to be your Slowbro, Lapras, Jinx, Cloyster, Kingdra, Granbull, Gengar, and Snorlax. Snorlax.
I know. I was seeing if she was paying attention.
I put in parentheses in the show notes. Melissa will love this.
I do. Well, I'm bringing Snorlax anyway.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think she's going to bring 6 of them.
I don't have 6 of them. If I did, though.
Come on. Get to hatching.
Oh my God.
Adam's got some zingers.
Yo.
Adam's got some zingers. But
Well, I mean, I did miss a wild Snorlax. I ran up the street, but my GPS signal, wasn't working.
That's
it was
alright.
like Adam was live tweeting through our instant messenger. We were like going back and forth as he was searching for the Snorlax, and it's just like, "Did you get it?" And he just sends like thumbs down emoji. Like, oh no!
Adam's just still salty about the Ditto because he knows I'm gonna.
No, actually, I'm salty about him a Tang.
Oh, he had a Matang run too. You got it bad.
Listen,
You
Golden
got it
Raz,
bad.
Ultra
Like
Ball,
Usher.
Curveball. It was the AR picture.
Yeah.
I don't even have AR Plus. It was just the regular AR.
So there's a huge list of counters here because it has so many weaknesses. The real thing pretty much the only thing you're going to need to be concerned with is what charge move it has. And that's going to determine what your best course of action is with who you should actually bring in your battle party. So now,
You're what?
the battle party.
Battle party. Ooh, ooh, battle party.
All right, let's talk about who we're actually bringing. And I kind of nerded out here and I built 2 parties because
Geek.
it's not that big a deal.
You're a geek.
But I have a party
Right, because he's got a very specific party.
This is a very specific party. Look at my solar beam party. Okay, so if it has if it has solar beam, I'm bringing 2 Dragonites, 2 Rayquaza, my new 98% Latios, and an Articuno. So I got some diversity going on there,
Yeah.
right?
No.
But now
really.
this one this was a hard one for me. If it doesn't have solar beam, right? I'm bringing fucking 6 Tyrannitars. Yeah, boy. T-Tar army. That's it. I'm bringing 6 Tyrannitars because they've got the beef. They've got the damage output. They've got the defense
got the
stat.
beef?
Yo, Tyranitar's got the beef. So yeah, if it's got anything but solar beam, I don't care. I'm bringing 6 Tyrannitars. Don't call me lame,
So
but
lame.
I'm bringing 6 Tyrannitars.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, look, it's a T-Tar.
Yeah, and that's why we'll win. We 4-manned one the other day, no problem with all Tyrannitars.
Oh, wow.
So, no problem. No problem.
4-man?
4-manned. Man, and I wanted to 3-man the Mewtwo, and no one wanted to try it with me. I was like, there's 30 people here.
Scared.
I go, there's 30 people here. If we fail, we could just do it with the group. Like, who wants to at least try it? And everyone's like, no.
Scared.
Yeah, they were scared.
You don't want to be
It wasn't my main raid group.
It
wasn't.
doesn't
If it was
matter.
my main raid group, they'd
Somebody
be like,
would've
hell
did it.
yeah.
Somebody would have did it.
Absolutely. But no, these were people I didn't raid with, so maybe they didn't know.
They were scared. I
They
don't
were
blame
They'd be
them.
like, are you seriously bringing that shiny Sableye?
And Adam's like, yes.
Oh, speaking of...
Whoa.
wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of shiny...
You got a new shiny?
No. Well, I know, but we're waiting for that. No, okay, we'll talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to play the sound, and I'll have Ken guess, because Melissa couldn't guess
I had no
before we started.
freaking idea. No clue.
Oh, what is it? What the hell is this?
I want to say it's a ghost Pokemon, but I...
What is it?
It's nothing I have.
What do you mean nothing you
have.
have?
Nothing, well, like no shiny that I've had before. It's a new shiny.
I hate him so fucking
Is
much
it-
with these shinies, bro.
Wait, did you have
What is
a
it?
shiny Shuppet? What is it, man?
No.
What is it?
It's a Mawile.
It's a Oh,
It took you a while, but you got it.
Yes, nice. Yes,
That's
that is
awesome.
Oh, man. What, did you solo the raid too?
I soloed it, yeah.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, you
You know,
lucky
and
duck.
it's funny because one of the people that are in my raid group, I saw him parked on the side of the road right next to like one of the other gyms that didn't have a raid, and I'm like, why isn't he down there raiding? Like that would make more sense, right? And I think he's red, and his son's account is yellow, but he has a red one, like that's his main account, and the gym was blue, so I'm like, I don't think he'd take down a six spot filled gym. But I tagged him in it as soon as I was leaving because like I pulled in real quick and then like got it and left. But
It's awesome.
yeah,
So how
I'm
many
so
shinies
stoked.
do you have right now? How many
I have to
different
actually
shinies?
count different shinies.
Yeah. He's got that many that he has to
No,
actually count.
I would say you probably have close to 10.
10. That's what I'm thinking.
That's crazy.
Okay, let me type shiny here. Hold on. Power of the internet. Beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Interwebs. Working.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14
I have 14.
different shinies?
Yeah, because I have Duskull, Sableye, Pikachu, Raichu, Swablu, Altaria, Dratini, Dragonite, and then I have Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Lugia, and Mawile.
That's
awesome.
Awesome, dude.
And a
Awesome.
Gulpin just spawned, so it could be a Ditto, so I'm going to catch it.
Oh, come on.
Turn
Please,
your damn
God,
sound
please,
off.
God, let it be a Ditto fan. That would be
I did.
awesome.
But
Oh,
with
if
the
it's
sound
a,
on...
if it's a Ditto on the recording,
air,
would be
that
great.
would be
Did you
the greatest
click on it
thing
yet?
ever.
Did you catch it?
Ditto.
I just threw the Ultra Ball.
Come on, fucking
Ditto,
Ultra
ditto,
Ball.
Da-doom. Da-doom.
All right, it's
Oh.
in.
Just say oh.
Oh.
Just say oh.
Oh.
Just say oh.
Oh.
No!
No?
No, it's just a Gulpin.
All right, Adam, who are you bringing against Latios? What party are you bringing?
Okay, so I don't care what its moveset is. I'm bringing my Tyranitar, Dragonite, Cloyster, Gengar, Lugia, and I keep putting it off, and I forget that I have a 15 attack Rayquaza, and I need to power him up. So I'm going to be bringing that, but I also need to change his moves. Like, I just keep forgetting. I literally just keep forgetting that I need to change his moves and power him up, which is why it never recommends him, because
His
I don't have...
yeah. But that's nice. You have a nice diverse lineup, and really with only one dark type, dark rock, and one dragon, then it doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt you too much with the super effective damage.
Exactly.
Nice. And then I had to build a party for Melissa.
No, he just didn't give me a chance to build my own party, so he wanted to.
So I built her a party, and I did a nice diverse party for you.
Oh,
but I
let me
used
think.
Pokemon that you like, though.
I would have actually. This is actually who I would have picked anyway. So, Dragonite.
Well, where's Snorlax?
Cheetar. Yes, yeah. Maybe I would have left Gengar out. Lapras.
You want to swap Gengar
Well,
for
of course.
Snorlax?
Snorlax has to be in
All right,
there.
so start over.
So Dragonite, Cheetar, Lapras,
She always says that.
Snorlax, Mewtwo, and Lugia.
Okay. All right. So I see with the Snorlax on there, there's more Melissa flavor, which is
And
good.
my Mewtwo.
Now, would you put Snorlax first, or would you keep him as the tank in the back?
No, I'm gonna put him right in the middle. Fucking nice little.
Well, if you
waypoint.
but if you have a party though, a good group, you're not going to get to those tail end Pokemon, so you may have to move them up a couple slots just to get them out on the battlefield, bounce around all happy and fat.
Yeah, bounce. I love Snorlax. He is my spirit Pokemon.
All right, but that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Some housekeeping before we go. Check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. Huge shout out to our patrons. Thanks so much for checking out that page and supporting us. We really, really appreciate it. It means the world.
Yeah, thank you guys.
The Poke world. It means the Poke world to us. But check out.
We all live in a
Yeah,
Pokemon world.
We all do. We do.
We do.
We do. You mean this isn't real?
Pokemon.
But check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for everything that we do. Check out our full format Pokemon show, Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast. Oh, there's a fan feed just spawned in the house. That's
so
awesome.
random.
That's totally random. Everything that we do makes its way over to GottaWatchEmAll.com. So check that out. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Tumblr.
All those interweb locations.
Email us like Atari Alex did. info@luredup.com. We'd love to give you a shout out.
I like that. Interact with us.
I got You know what? I do want to talk about one more thing. We got a message on Twitter.
On the tweets?
And it was Jacket K. He had posted a Latios battle party about, and he wanted to know what we thought about it. And what I thought was really cool is he also made two parties. One that was more, straight up offensive power, and one that I think he called it his fun party. So check out, this is what he's going to bring. He's got Rayquaza, 2 Tyranitars, and 3 Dragonites.
That's right up your alley.
So this is a good one.
I like the 3 Dragonites.
But you just got to be careful if it has the Dragon type move, because then you're going to have 40 party members that are going to be taking super effective damage. But overall, these are all DPS machines, so that's a good call. And then he has the Latios fun, and I really, really dig this party. Rayquaza, Houndoom, Whaleren, which is just freaking hilarious. It's like
that's awesome.
So good. Aggron, Tyranitar, and a shiny Dragonite. So he's got a nice diverse party here, and I think this, if I were to see a Whaleren in a legendary raid, I would absolutely smile. So he did the right thing by calling this fun. So
he named his shiny. Wait, go back to that. He named his shiny Dragonite Deviant Art. I love
think
that.
He actually had posted. He had posted like, "What should I name this?" And he had put a poll out, I think, or something like that. But that was really funny. But cool parties, man. Cool parties, bruh. But I definitely like the Whalering in there. I think that's cool. Get some ice
cool
moves
too.
off, but also it's it will make
You
everyone
never
smile.
see that.
Well, it's like putting Mew into the party. It's like it may not be putting out big output, but it's just like seeing it will make people happy. So, but shout to him. But that's gonna wrap everything up. Thanks everyone. Adam, you got anything else?
No. Just it was no. I mean, I caught a bunch of Latios. No, I'm just kidding. I went like 3 out of 3 or 6, so I'm like 50% on Latios.
I am also 50%.
He's a tough little bugger to catch.
Yeah.
I'm 100% because I went 1 for 1,
Yeah.
bitches. So fuck that.
Yeah, she posts on Instagram. She's like, "Yeah, I got to show up the boys. I was the first to catch Latios. Hasn't done a Latios raid since." I was like,
What the fuck do I need to, bro? I got my one and done, bitch.
She went out on top. But yeah, no, I caught a 98% Latios today, which I'm pretty excited about. So good legendaries.
Yeah.
Legendaries are great.
I want to shine.
Thanks everyone. We'll see.
We'll talk to you next
We'll
week.
talk to you. We won't see you.
We'll talk to you.
We'll talk to you on social media. Hit us up. Other than that, go train.
Go catch them all.
Go catch them all. Go catch
Gotta
them.
watch them all.
Watch them all.
I mean-
and
Go catch them and watch them.
lure your whole neighborhood up. Make everyone happy. All right, bye.